It's going to be an exciting first division of that Sam McKee Memorial. But first and foremost, I'm joined by the editor of DRF Harness, Derick Giwner. How is Hambo 100 Day going for you so far?
So far, so good. You know, I'm alive in a pick 3 with the horse that just won at 15-1, and the crowd here is nice, and just such good weather today.
I was going to say the weather is beautiful.
That's all anyone's talking about is how nice the weather is.
You were in the Fan Zone tent earlier today. How cool was it to you to see some of those old timers come back?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I think I tweeted something out that you had so many training wins there. You had Chris Ryder, and right next to him is Brett Pelling and Ron Burke, and it's just fun for the fans to be able to see these people up close and personal.
And they were really involved in it, too, which is always something that's exciting. But we're going to get right to it. DRF Harness is one of the platforms where you can find anything, anytime. I feel like you've got a big team behind you that does such a great job. Just tell us a little bit about DRF and the digest and what it's all involved with.
Yeah, DRF Harness Digest, as you see up there on the screen, you can just scan that QR code on your phone and sign up in seconds. And basically, it's a newsletter, comes out usually once a week, a little bit more during the sales season. And what we're trying to do is bring you fresh content, things you haven't read everywhere else. You know, we don't just pick up the press releases from other people. We have writers writing things, you know, just to try to make you think a lot of times, and some analysis and a lot of other stuff like that. And obviously the website, drf.com/harness, and DRF Harness on social media, Facebook, X, as you will.
Twitter, whatever that is.
We're just trying to get all the information out to the people, whether it's analysis or feature stories or breaking news, and I think we do a pretty good job. At least I'd like to think so.
I agree with you there. It's something I look forward to reading each and every week. It comes out on Thursdays, right? I usually read about Friday.
Yeah, the newsletter comes out every Thursday, usually between like 4 and 5:30 p.m., somewhere around there, and then during sale season, we'll put out extra issues for Lexington and Harrisburg, just to try to provide more coverage when there's a lot going on.
And you guys put on a special edition of the Hambo this week. Of course, everybody's been telling all different sorts of stories leading up to Hambo 100 just because there's so much history behind it.
Yeah, I mean, we put out a couple of interesting stories. There was one story where I asked like 15 different people their greatest Hambo moment, which I thought was pretty cool. We had interviews with a bunch of the different trainers that are involved in the different races, you know. Just trying to give the fans as much Hambo as we could, basically. I feel like sometimes I think I overdo it. You know,
that's all right.
I can get away with less, and I just can't help myself. I want to give them more.
Yes, and it's always fun to read all of those. All right, time to put our handicapping caps on. And when I asked you what your top 4 picks were in here, I was happy that we are agreeing on Maximus Mickey. I have been a fan of this guy from day one. He loves the Big M. He loves, you know, any sort of trip Andy works out with him. I think Andy's been a perfect fit for him. The Cancellieri brothers have done a phenomenal job, and he finally was able to punch through with that big win last time out.
Yeah, he was spectacular last time. And even if you go back and look at the efforts before that, they were very good.
Yeah.
Last time he ran into a little bit of traffic trouble, you know, and he still raced really well. I mean, is $3-2 a great price to take on him? No, probably not. I mean, if you're looking at the board and you're just thinking, hey, I want to bet one horse here, I'd probably bet Funtime Bayama at 9-1. I was talking to trainer Andrew Harris earlier, and he kind of intimated to me that maybe they would leave this week, which is kind of interesting.
All right, real quick, they're heading to the gate. Who's your Hambo pick?
I'm going to go with Maryland. I mean, I don't think the price is going to be great, but I think he's the best horse in the race.
It's definitely wide open.
Absolutely. There's 6 or 7 horses that could legitimately win the race.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me, Derick. Have a great rest of Hambo 100 Day. We'll send it up to Hall of Famer Ken Workington for the call of Race 8. Go.